Hello everyone, my name is Gavin Strange. Welcome to the stream. How's it going this Thursday afternoon? Hopefully you are all good and well and happy and safe and all the good stuff. Hello to everyone in the chat. Big shout out to American Typo for the subscription. Thank you, brother. That means a lot. Thank you ever so much. Lovely to see you all here. I hope you're all good and well as well. Hope you're all up to some nice, fun, creative stuff. And thank you for joining me on this Thursday lunchtime. As always, for new people joining the stream, this is hopefully an escape from the horrors of the world for a little bit of time. Everything is increasingly terrible, and hopefully these streams are just a way for me to share creatively, but for us all to converse and chat and to just look at some pretty stuff for a little bit of time and forget about the rest of the world. So that is the plan, and I hope you enjoy it here. Today, actually before I jump into today, have I got anything interesting to share with the internet? No, I don't think so. I did a talk at Promax India this morning, which was fun. Unfortunately, I should have been there in person in India, but I'm not. I'm here in my room, so I did it virtually. But that was really, really fun to speak to the crowd, and that was all done via Zoom as well. And we had some lovely Q&A stuff afterwards, so that was really, really fun. Thank you to the lovely Promax India team for inviting me. That was great. Just such a shame couldn't be there. I was looking at just my phone auto popped up some photo memories from late last year, and it was Promax Asia when I went to Singapore. And it just feels like forever and ever ago. I think that was the end of November last year. So my days, it was nearly a year ago. Yeah, it's just crazy to see travel, isn't it? It's crazy to see going to a different place, let alone a whole different country. Bonkers. Anyway. So today I wanted to share the story of a thing called Strange. Strange was a brand that me and my lovely wife Jane created together, and I just wanted to share the story of how it came about, really, and the highs and lows of it all. It was, thank you for the suggestion from the wonderful Modaru in the chat. It was her idea, so thank you very, very much for that. Yeah, and it's been something that me and Jane are really, really fond of, and we're really proud of that we did. But for many different reasons, we don't do it anymore. Well, we're on an indefinite hiatus, but I'll dig a little bit more into that. So this is just going to be a bit of a gentle journey behind the thing that we built together as a family, and to share where it went. So yeah, so it's called Strange, and it is a homeware brand that basically we wanted to make the sort of things that we love for our house and for us to collect. You know, like many people, you know, you take great pride in the objects and the things that you love, and because Jane, my wife, is a jewelry designer and maker, you know, she has a real connection with other makers, with people who craft and create by hand, and so she's just got a lifelong sort of obsession with craft. And I think between her craft background and my design background, we thought we would make something happen together. And so in the beginning, this was 5 years ago, the Strange family consisted of me and Jane and our dog Arnie the greyhound, dear beloved Arnie, who sadly passed away. And we knew that we wanted to make something together, and like everything, you're trying to think of the name. You're always trying to think of the name first. What should it be? What should it encapsulate? All those different things going all around the houses, until I think maybe quite far into the process, we just thought, well, hang on, what about Strange? What about the name Strange? And this was pre our wedding, so Jane was not yet. Jane decided to take my surname, and so we thought, well, actually, we're realistically not going to start this until after we're married anyway, just because of time, trying to organise a wedding and then organise a brand. I thought, well, Jane would be a Strange, and Arnie, I think actually on Arnie's passport he was Strange. He's referred to as Arnie Strange, and in all of his veterinary bills and stuff. And so we thought, well, actually, maybe that kind of would work. And it's quite weird thinking about naming something after your own name, because you feel a little bit narcissistic, and you feel like, oh, is that a bit weird? But the more we thought about it, the more it just felt right. Because if you know us, you know it's our surname, it's our family name. But if you don't know us, it's just Strange. it just is strange. It's just a nice word, and we just decided to go for it. Okay, strange it is. And the way that it first came into fruition is, we didn't have any capital behind us. We didn't have money to start a business, but we went to the Do Lectures in 2014, and I've spoken about this on previous streams, and it was the reason that my Do Book, Do Fly came about. But speaking and being a part of the Do Lectures, we were just blown away by, just people's stories of making things happen. And they would make things happen when they didn't have the money, they didn't have investors, they didn't have capital, they didn't have anything. They just began. And me and Jane had sort of flirted with this idea for ages and ages, and it was always just a nice to have. It was a bit of a pipe dream, but that's kind of what it was. But we after we sort of came away from just that elated feeling of attending the Do Lectures, it was it made us go, no, other people have done much bigger, bolder things with nothing. So what's to stop us just trying our hand at creating a brand, creating something that we want to see? We absolutely might as well do it. So it all began, of course, as all these things do, with the logo. And the logo just went back and forth, and we just wanted something that represented us, really. If we're going to call it Strange, it's our name and it's what we believe in, and then it should wholly be us. So we took our lovely dog Arnie up to the Downs in Clifton in Bristol, and made him pose and photographed him side on, and that's what became the logo. Just absolutely Arnie's silhouette. And you can see here, bless him, just on his front left leg you'll see a little shaved patch. That's because he had to have an injection, and sadly sort of his life deteriorated sort of from this point onwards. He sort of hurt himself, and then he at one point he slipped his leg down a drain grate, because greyhounds' legs are so thin. Arnie, we had to step off the curb just quickly to let someone pass, and Arnie stepped through a drain grate and totally, basically, that bit in Terminator 2 where he pulls the skin off and he's got his metal hand? It was like that, but there was no metal hand underneath. It was just his leg bone. So that then started this long... Oh, Abism's here. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm just telling a gross story of how my dog ended up in the vets. This is not what the stream is normally about. It's normally about creative stuff, but this is an important side story. And he basically started a very long process of going to the vets, and then he developed really bad bandage sores that were wearing down to the bone, and it was a very, very long process, bless him, that he was constantly in the vets. But he was just our companion. He was our guy, and that's why he's got the little crown on his head as the icon. But the way that we made this possible, we knew we didn't have any capital, and when we got married, we didn't want any wedding gifts. That would be very kind if people wanted to do it, but we just had a little idea of, well, if people did want to do something, then we would love to start this brand. So maybe we could, if you did want to do something, just chuck us a couple of quid and we'll use it to start our business. And so at our wedding, we had that in. We had I basically geeked out on all of the wedding graphic design, and it was also kind of a bit of an experiment in. We used a lot of black and gold in all of our wedding stationery, which then all of that design and the typography, the color palette, then bled over into Strange as well. Again, because we just learnt to love it, and we just thought, well, let's fundamentally make this us. And I talk about this a lot, but that great James Joyce quote of, in the particular lies the universal, of if you make something so personal to you, then hopefully it will resonate with many other people, because they can see that they are, that you are wholly invested in it. You really, really believe in it. Hello to Mark in the chat as well. Hello to Germany. Hope you are good, Mark. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, we really just decided to sort of throw everything into it, and people did kindly donate on our wedding day, and that gave us a little lump sum of cash to begin. It suddenly made it real. This was an actual way that we were going to make things happen. So we started getting things ready, and it was really nice starting to get physical things made. So we knew we were going to make a range of products, a range of homewares that we would want in our lives, but also that they were achievable. We wanted to do sort of simple things well, and especially with the beginning, with the first sort of collection, it was constantly sort of the battle of realism of, okay, well, we've realistically got this little pot of money, thankfully, thanks to our family and friends, which was also an awesome thing, because we gave all of our family and friends a discount code that they could get, because they were sort of essentially our founders for the company, which was lovely to have that connection. And it just meant that we just had our family and friends behind us to make it work, which we were and are, so eternally grateful of their generosity. So we just started making stuff, and we basically made this small collection of pieces of products for us to sell. One of the many advantages of being married to a wonderful silversmith, goldsmith and jeweler, Jane, is we got to make our own jewelry as well. And so this is one of our Arnie necklaces. It only felt right that we would make something inspired by Arnie, inspired by our logo. And this was one of the necklaces, which was silver that was then oxidized, so you get this beautiful black texture, and then with a gold ring around its neck, like it's gold color. And then Jane would hand hammer all of these beautiful necklaces, and it was just lovely seeing these products come to life, seeing these real things. And then we would make special gold versions as well, and it's really exciting working in those proper real materials of silver and gold, and making premium products. That was really nice. And again, that's all thanks to Jane's hard work and her craft, which was ace. But it was really nice to be able to make these things. And of course, we then wanted to shoot all the photos really nicely as well. So my friends at Aardman kindly gave me a little bit of studio space one weekend, so me and Jane just took all of our products in there and got to sort of light and shoot everything in this nice sort of grey monochrome background. We were trying to bring the same aesthetic style through everything. Our colour palette was basically sort of off black, white and gold. That was exclusively what we used, and it was just nice. It's really nice to be indulgent and to build this brand and make these rules, because it was totally ours. We could just do it. We really didn't think that we could start it in the first place. So the fact that we were starting just meant that, okay, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it properly. Let's throw everything into it. So we had these necklaces. We just love a good mug. We just love a good mug. Me and Jane drink copious amounts of tea and coffee, and I think that is basically what we bonded over. On our first date, we went to a couple of bars, and I don't drink, but I sort of nervously had a little glass of gin because I thought it made me look like a grown-up. And then at the end of the night, Jane just said, "Do you fancy a cup of tea?" I knew she was the one. I knew from there that actually we don't want booze. I definitely don't want booze. Let's just have a cup of tea together. And so this was our mug, dead simple, but we sourced really nice materials, really nice mugs, all of this matte black mug. And bless Modaroo's been asking for one of these mugs for ages, and she's so patient. We have a few left, so what I'm going to do, hopefully soon, is I'll do a little bit of a flash sale. But all of this product is in the loft, and we're trying to move house, and all of these boxes are buried deep in the ether, so I can't even bring myself to go and get them out. But one day I'm going to dig them all out, and we'll do a little bit of a flash sale, because I think we've got a few mugs left, and maybe a necklace or two. I'm not quite sure actually. But yeah, really simple products, but kind of, it was again nice just leaning into it and being confident. Just, I don't know, just like a confidence and simplicity. And all the logos are gold, so they've got that really nice matte gold print on them, and they've got Strange on the bottom, and just really simple. And I know it's dead simple, you are just looking at a matte black mug with gold, but we're really happy with how the photos looked and everything. We were trying to be as professional and as stand out as we could with a small pot of cash. And we were doing all of this in between our day jobs. I'm working at Aardman, and Jane works for herself as a jeweler. We're trying to do this as a side project, but something that we really believed in as well. Moduru says, honestly, the matte colour with the gold accent really stands out, and I can't tell you how many people commented on it back when I went into the office. Aw, mate, thank you so much. Now, hopefully it's nice and it's simple, but there's a story behind it as well, you know. That's Arnie, that's Strange, that's us, that's our family. You know, we really believed in it, and trying to do nice product photos as well. And I mean, these were a nightmare. Product photography is so difficult. It's so difficult. So difficult to light it and to make it look consistent. But then also, you know, we go from a product that's that small, lighting a necklace which is that big, to then making a tea towel look good, you know. So it was lessons learned from that as well. Lessons learned that product photographers need more kudos, because it's really flipping difficult. Oh, Chloe, one orange koala in the chat says, I would love a mug too. Oh, mate, thank you. I'm glad that you like the look of it. I will definitely dig them out. I've promised a few people that I will do that, and I have failed every time. But I will do it, because it'd also be nice for the mugs to go to new homes. We've got I'm sure we've got a separate box somewhere, and they're just sitting there not doing anything. So I would like them to go to new homes. And so yeah, we have the tea towel as well, when everything had our little Strange label stitched in, and you know, also just learning how to source and how to find good manufacturers. Even in the days of the internet, it's kind of tricky to find people that will do you a small run as well. That's the other thing. You know, we were doing as smaller quantities as we could, because we didn't want to take a gamble. We couldn't afford to take a gamble that big. We wanted to do it as the absolute best that we could, but still make it achievable. You know, we weren't going to get 1,000 or 2,000. We would need, I think we were doing a few hundred at the time, but we did manage to find some great people who did great stuff and great quality things. And then we had some cushions as well. Everything in this debut collection was the Arnie silhouette. We called it the Rock Mount collection, and it was called Rock Mount because that was Arnie's original racing name. So both our dog Arnie and our dog that we have, Peggy, are both rescue retired greyhounds, and they're from the Retired Greyhound Trust, which basically rescues them from the track. So you very, very rarely see a puppy greyhound, because they're bred sort of to be raced, really. They're bred in kennels, and there's some debate as to the different quality of life with the different trainers, but some of them unfortunately they can have really sad endings, and some trainers, once their dogs aren't running as fast as they want them to, will just kill them. So it's really, really sad. And so we're really big believers in the Retired Greyhound Trust, and the greyhounds generally have different names when they're at the track. They have sort of funny racing names to stand out, and Arnie's was Rock Mount Arnie, so this was called the Rock Mount collection as a little homage to him. In the chat, Tour de Fraz is here. Hello, Tour de Fraz, hope you're good. Saying, looking back, would you have preferred to have done a pre-order style of buying your products, so you only create what is required and limiting having too much stock? Yeah, probably. And I think just obviously internet shopping's a bit different. I mean, I'll come to the difficulties of standing out online in a little bit, but yeah, maybe we would have done a pre-order style thing.
Pizza time.
But I think we had to. Oh, Arrow Comics 3209 is following. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, maybe we would. I'm not sure. I mean, we had to get a bunch done so we could do all the product photography and all the good stuff like that anyway. So, and we did some oilcloth wash bags as well. They were nice. They were nice little things for you to take away with. Yeah, we're just inspired by a bunch of different brands, really. Just again wanting to make the sort of stuff that we loved and we would buy from other people. You know, doing the branding in the boxes, just using gold on everything was just an absolute dream. Jane loves gold as much as I do. She works in gold. So it was really, really nice having that. I mean, it just looks premium, doesn't it? It's just really nice to have. So it was really nice having the boxes and having the details. These were the jewelry boxes, and that was really nice. You know, when people would buy stuff, and you know, wrapping up the parcels. We had all of this. We had the Rock Mount pattern as wrapping paper as well. We had little stickers, and we really took pride in the posting of these things. All the envelopes that they came in were always matte black, and they always had gold stickers. So it was nice just following following that theme through. I think, you know, combining a maker and a designer, me and Jane are a really good team. But it wasn't just our own stuff. We kind of wanted it to be half and half. We knew we wanted Strange to be our own brand, but at the same time, we loved and respected so many other different makers and creators and brands that we wanted to stock their work too, because we loved them and thought it would be a nice way to have, yeah, both our own brand, but also sort of support the work of a select few that we loved. So we basically just wrote. We didn't send an email. We got good old-fashioned letters out, and we got some nice gold foil comp slips by my friend Rick. Shout out Rick at Ripe Digital for printing gorgeous comp slips. And we sent them a little letter. We wrote a little story about who we were. We had this little printout that explained who Jane was, who I was, and just telling them what we're doing and that we would love to stock their work. And just doing this was really nice as well. Like, we had a rule that we only, like, all of our paper is black and we always have to write it in a white pen to just try and stand out. You know, these people were busy people. They're busy, brilliant makers and creators, and we wanted to catch their eye, and we wanted them to sort of invest in us and to want to be a part of what we're doing, and so we wanted to stand out a bit. And so it was really nice. Jane's got really nice handwriting as well, so we got Jane to write all these letters, and it was just nice, yeah, just at every turn, at every opportunity, trying to make it stand out. You know, if we're going to do it, let's do it properly. Let's do it how we want to do it. Hello to some new additions in the chat. Jason is here and Aaron is here. Thank you very much for stopping by, gentlemen. I hope you're good. Just talking about the world and the building of the brand Strange. It's really nice looking back on all of this, actually, and just remembering it, because life, you know, moves on and things happen, and 2020 feels like it's lasted for 8,000 years. So it's weird to be looking back five years ago. So we basically stopped the work of nine other makers. And it was glorious. We had a ceramicist, we had a jeweler, we had a homeware brand, we had a printmaker, we had another graphic designer, we had jewelry, we had chairs, we had a publisher. It was really lovely. So here is the work of one we made earlier, an awesome married couple duo who make beautiful jewelry, really modern geometric jewelry. And then we have Solid Wool here, another married couple who were a creative venture making awesome products made from old sheep's wool that was going to be thrown away because it didn't have a purpose, and they made this awesome sort of wool merged with bioresin to make this incredibly beautiful and incredibly strong material. And then we had the Do Book Company as well, and yeah, it was really lovely working with these different people whose work we loved, and we got to photograph it all really nicely as well, and make it look nice, and, you know, again, do the product photography and make it look as attractive as we could and enticing as we could, because, you know, at the same time we want it all to look good, but at the same time we want these products to sell. So, you know, so the makers who have kindly given us their products, you know, we look good to them. You know, I think we were so aware of Jane and me have been you know, on both sides of wanting to build something and also having our work sold by different people. We kind of, I guess, would take all of our lessons and all of our learnings from all of our own experiences and try to, like, okay, what would annoy you, or what would niggle you in this situation? How will we do it better? And so we'd have our evenings after we'd both finished work, and then we'd have tea and walk on and do all life stuff. We'd then start working on Strange together. And yeah, the products that we got were absolutely beautiful. So nice, from the big to the small. We had a gorgeous Solid Wool, one of their original chairs, was just a gorgeous product. It was so nice, and that material is beautiful. And the beautiful ceramics, and then gorgeous sort of small pin designs by B-Teeth Dan Christopherson, who is a friend of mine, an American designer and creator who just makes beautiful products under his alias of B-Teeth. And then gorgeous ceramic and rope jewelry there as well, and trying to think of good ways to photograph all this stuff. So that's why that's got the bulldog clip, the big strong clip at the top of the necklace there, and we had fishing wire hanging it, and then I'd paint out the fishing wire so it just looked nice. But photographing that was a nightmare. As soon as you put it on, it just starts spinning and it's the wrong angle, and you'd want to spin it back and it wouldn't be right. Yeah, it was always an absolute flipping pain in the bum, but it was always so worth it when when you got the images back like this and you'd load them all up onto the website and you'd start showing and editing them. It was always worth it for sure. I think we're about time for a musical intermission, don't you?
Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. 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 Looks like you're not up for this mission. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Looks like you're not up for this. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. Looks like you're not up for this mission. You're wasting time. Breaking contact. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. 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 Looks like you're not up for this mission. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. 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 Looks like you're not up for this mission. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. 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 Looks like you're not up for this mission. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. Get over there. Breaking contact. Get over. Looks like you're not up for this mission. Get over there. Breaking contact. You're wasting time. 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 Looks like you're not up for this mission.
Hey, thanks for the indulgence as always, you lovely lot. I love making music on that OPC, and I made that in about 10 minutes before we started going live. Really fun, super fun. Anyway, where were we? Reese is here, loving the top-down camera angle and mech keyboard. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. It is the Keychron K4. I really like it. One of my favourite intermissions so far. Thank you, Chloe. Is that because it is a dance beat? Do you prefer dance music? Or is it just, it wasn't as terrible as always? Thank you. Anyway, so we had this beautiful collection of work that was both the stuff that we made ourselves and the work of people that we absolutely adored. And it was just great. We started building these collections of work together and shooting them all as well, so it was really nice to have these combination photos that we would use on promo sort of postcards and on the website and all of those different things. So it was nice to have all of these collections together and just have, you know, it was a bit of an intentional mishmash of, you know, you got a pennant there, you got a cushion and a necklace and an art print that's by my brother. So there was another Strange in it. My brother Daniel Strange is a brilliant, beautiful artist, and that was one of his beautiful lino cut prints. So it was awesome extending it to the family as well and having a true Strange collective be a part of it, which is really, really nice. Yeah, and it was just lovely having all of these different things together, all of these different objects really, and just sort of having these nice grouping of different things. And one of our most exciting things that we launched with in the beginning was Ruth Pullen, was a collaboration of ours with a friend of Jane's, who I'm proud to be a friend as well, called Ruth, and she's an awesome leathersmith and just makes beautiful products. And she made this gorgeous collection of work that was that she collaborated with, and we made Strange, which was ace. She made these beautiful satchels and purses and leather wallets, all made by hand, and it was just nice to work together and have like a Strange colorway. So there were always this beautiful mustard yellow and the black with the little Arnie stamp on them as well, and it was such a gorgeous product. They were so just really, really nice, really premium, and it was just a treat to work with someone so at the top of her game, and it was great. And all of those pieces sold to some kind people who wanted them as well. We made really small runs of them. I think, to be honest, the satchel and the bag we only did 1 or 2 of, but the leather wallets we did more of. And it was just, yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely seeing people's reaction to them as well, because they're genuinely gorgeous objects. And when Ruth was showing us as she was making them, and then when we got them to photograph, I think me and Jane just spent all of our time just looking at all of the objects. We just wanted to buy them. It was just, we just wanted to keep all of them because they were all so nice. But hopefully that was a sign that we really believed in all of these products and wanted them to, wanted to stock them, wanted to share them, wanted to show them. So it came to the launch, and we launched with a pop-up store in Bristol for a week, which was awesome. And we wanted to, the end goal was always to sort of actually have our own physical store, but in lieu of that, and just the most realistic way to do it was to have a launch with a pop-up shop to sort of tell people who we were and to announce what we were doing and to show, the best way to share and show all of this work was to actually have a store where people could come and see it. And so here is me and Jane, and then that's my mum and my dad on the right, and then that's my auntie Lorraine and Uncle Kev on the left, who our family is super supportive, both Jane's family and my family, and it was just lovely. We had like an open night, we had like a little launch night where all our family came down. My parents live in the Forest of Dean and my auntie and uncle live in Leicester, so it was really nice that they came down and hung out, and it was just great. It was just really lovely to have that. And as well, even though the name is Strange, like my mum's name is Ryan and that my uncle Kevin and Lorraine are Ryan, and then it's sort of, it says Strange, but it's everyone. It's Kenny and it's Strange and it's Ryan, and it's really, it's just lovely. It was a really sort of lovely moment to have that together, and yeah, we had a little pop-up store at the Christmas Steps Gallery in Bristol, and if you know the Christmas Steps, it's a really beautiful location, really cool, and it's basically just a little empty space. And so we hired it, and we just bought a bunch of stuff. I think we went to IKEA and B&Q and bought these super duper long table benches, and then these cheap legs from IKEA, and to make it look as kind of cool and contemporary and modern as we could on a budget. We were really happy with how it turned out. Oh, Mark says it's so important and great to have a supportive family. Absolutely, man. Yeah, of course. And it's easy to take your supportive family for granted as well. So, you know, we are always, my parents and Jane's parents are so super supportive and are always helping, and we massively appreciate it, because we just, you know, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without their support, and it does mean a lot, doesn't it? Matt's here in the chat. Hello, Matt. Hope you are good. Hope you are well. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Yeah, and we just love building this space. And like one of our favourite finds is, you know, we all love sort of, you know, beautiful like marbled granite and all of these big, you know, we kind of wanted these cool big slabs to display some of the products on, but that's really expensive and super heavy. So what that is insulation board from B&Q that costs about 10 quid, and it weighs nothing. It looks pretty good. It does a job. So we basically had these big boards of just insulation with specs in them, and it looked great. Aaron says, with your name, I'd have struggled not to go for branding like Hoxton Monster Supplies. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that looks like. Is it black and gold? If it's black and gold, I'm in, Aaron. That's all we care about. And yeah, we have these nice big bulldog clips hanging all of the pendants down by bee teeth, and yeah, just trying to display things in as a cool, nice way as possible, but also knowing that this wasn't a permanent store. We had to take all this stuff in and out, and we had a camper van at the time. We had a big Volkswagen T4, and God bless having that T4, because I think we managed to fit every single thing in one trip, which was a miracle, because we had to take tables, chairs, products, all of the stuff, but we managed it. God bless for T4s. But yeah, it was really great. It was really nice to have that, and to have people come down. And Aaron's pasting the longest link in the world. And then things changed. We had a new little strange partner. We had a tiny little human called Sullivan Gray Strange who joined us, and then our family grew, and we were another Strange, and suddenly things were changing, and we'd lost Arnie in the process. Unfortunately, it was actually really complicated. He had a sort of really strange sort of degenerative disease that really was making him very weak and eating away at him. And to make matters more complicated, what he had was actually quite dangerous for pregnant women, and Jane was pregnant with Sully at the time. So it was a really hard time in the middle of all of this, you know. And it was our first family dog, and losing him was, oh my days. And I know anyone who's lost a pet is, just breaks your heart, absolutely breaks your heart. So yeah, so our family changed a lot in that process. We lost one, but we gained another, and then we adopted Peggy as well when Sully was just 3 months old, actually. So we've had Sully and Pegs at the same amount of time. So Sully's grown up with a dog, which is lovely, and Peggy's super mellow, so sweet and gentle, and so it's really nice for him to grow up with that. You can also see where Sully gets his hair from, can't you? Definitely not me. And then along the way, we gained some more strange friends as well to the brand, which we were really thrilled about. We had the awesome outdoor bag brand Milliken, who just make gorgeous bags. I think every single one of my bags is a Milliken bag. And so we were really stoked that we got to stock them as well. And then a friend of mine, Aaron Draplin, who is a design legend, who I'd met on the speaking circuit. We just loved all of the DDC products, and then all of the Field Note products. And yeah, we wrote them a nice black letter with white text, and told them what we were about. And by this point, we could show that Strange was a brand online, and trying to say we'd love to stock your products, and both thankfully said yes, which was really nice. And so we got to stack. We had some gorgeous Milliken bags. We had this awesome massive big carry hold all thing that was just stunning. I think my friend Neil bought that. So nice, really nice things. And then we had all a big bunch of field notes, which was great. Field notes are just awesome little things. So we had all of them. We had some really great, cool, different styles of them as well. Modaru says, I hope I can meet Draplin someday. He seems like a super down-to-earth dude. Yeah, he's massively down-to-earth, proper salt of the earth. Draplin, yeah, he's a legend, absolutely larger than life as well. I think Draplin should get into streaming, man. He'd be so good. His personality and his energy. He is such a good speaker. And what I love about Draplin, in his talks, he's big and he's loud and everything's big. But then he has these beautiful sentimental moments where he talks about his family and he talks about, emotional moments and poignant moments in his life, and it really hits you because you've just been charmed by this person, and it's really funny and a whole journey, and then he hits you with some wisdom and he hits you with some emotion. Yeah, he's awesome. I love Draplin very much. And so this was how it existed. This is how it existed online. Our good friend Ben Reed built us a custom website, and it was a wedding gift to us from him, which was really sweet. He left us a note that says, for your wedding you can redeem one custom website. And so this was built on the Shopify platform. Shout out to my friend Keir, who kindly hooked us up with a Shopify subscription, which was awesome. And then I did the design, actually all in Photoshop, not even anything like Figma or UX or anything like that, just all Photoshop. And then worked with Ben to build this beautiful custom website, which was really lovely. And that was how we existed. All of these different people. So Alice Walton, the beautiful ceramicist, Emily Kidson, the awesome jeweler, one we made earlier, Beth Lamont, beautiful jewelry. And so we had all of this work separated into the different categories, and that was how we existed. Basically, we had all of our things online, and then we would do little pop-up stores as and when we could. And sometimes they were on the weekend, sometimes they were local, sometimes they were far away, and we were just chugging along, really, just trying to get through it. But as we got more busy, as we were busy being parents, and so we're now parents and full-time workers, and then now doing Strange on the side, it just got harder and harder to dedicate the time. And also we notice it's really difficult to make a brand grow without any significant investment capital. And I think the difficult thing that I always found was, you have a certain amount of products which are beautiful, but you can't afford, you need to continually grow. And we wanted to do more ranges, more of our own products, but that's expensive. And we couldn't afford to grow and continue to develop in the eyes of kind of social media, because that is the lens that we all see a lot of this stuff through, quick enough. And we just couldn't see how that we could grow. So it was one of those combinations of things. We desperately loved the brand. We desperately loved doing it. We me and Jane were talking about this last night, and we're still so attached, and we're not doing it right now. But it basically came to a point where we decided that we would have to go on an indefinite hiatus. And so what we said was, after 2 years, it's with a heavy heart that we've decided to go on an indefinite hiatus with the business. Our new family and our new respective careers have proven too much to give Strange the time and energy it deserves. So we've decided to close on a high exactly 2 years after we began, to the date. Thank you to our dear Strange friends, and thank you for your custom and your support. We really do appreciate it. And it was tough. And Max just said something here in the chat. I've had people suggest to me about doing clothing, but I don't think people understand the cost of production, time to set it up, and then make that money back. Yeah, it is tough. And there's obviously, of course, and we all do it, you see something online and you comment, you say, want that. But that doesn't always directly correlate to a sale. The amount of people interested is not the amount of people that will purchase. And that's fine. That's just life. That's how things are. All the time I see things I want, but for billions of different reasons, you can't buy all the things that you want to. so it was one of those things, and at the same time I'd become a director at Aardman as well, so my career was changing, and so was Jane's as well. So it was just one of those ones where we desperately wanted to carry it on, but we just sort of had to make the hard decision to close. And I think knowing that we closed it exactly 2 years after we began was really sad. We really wanted to stick at it longer, but you know, the reality of life sort of became a priority. So this was our farewell post, and that's a picture of Arnie, rest in peace Arnie. And that was actually on our honeymoon. We went away in England, and we took Arnie with us, and that was Arnie just enjoying the fields, just chasing rabbits around. So it was it was such a special time. But yeah, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to exist online. It's really difficult for shops to exist online. You have to constantly keep in people's mindsets. And I mean, how often do you lovely lot in the chat, you know, when you're thinking of some stuff to buy or gifts, how many different places do you think of? I go to Counterprint. I go to, God, I can't even think. That's what I mean. My memory's terrible. I don't really remember. Papersmiths, Counterprint. There's not that many. So you have to work really, really, really hard. And obviously by working really hard, you have to put in an awful lot of hours and energy into being present in people's brains. And I think I found that was the most difficult thing. Making and sourcing and finding beautiful products is kind of relatively easy. There's so many amazing people out there doing really great things, and you know, if you can find the capital, you can make your own things. But again, as Matt says, sort of having the stock, managing that, packaging that, posting that, you know, it is a big process. So, you know, huge shout out to brands and businesses that are continuing to do it and have started, you know, in things like lockdown and are continuing to grow, because good on them, really good on them. Matt says, you've learned that with selling prints, hence print on demand. And this is the great thing, print on demand and create on demand is getting so much better now, isn't it? Previously, it wasn't the best quality and you would have to make a sacrifice for low runs. That's changing all the time, I think, all the time. And the quality of on-demand anything is great. And also, you know, you could definitely argue that print on demand is just much better for the environment, hopefully, because you have less stock being, you know, there's less waste, which would be great. So, you know, if we can continue to see an advancement in that would be fantastic. And Matt says, yeah, I use a local print shop and they're great, so I help a local business and don't have much waste. Awesome. Yeah, I'm the same with t-shirts. My friend Tidy Mike runs a screen printing business in Bristol. Whenever I get any clothing done, I do it with him, which is really nice. I just do really small runs. A few kind people in this chat have bought Project Toy t-shirts that I made just because I wanted them to exist. So it's I do love making things, and again, that comes hand in hand with being responsible, and we don't want to make waste. But if we can do things. Tour de France says, I think customers who support their favourite brands will be happy to wait. Is this time to relaunch a Strange brand? Well, that is why we did say an indefinite hiatus, because we haven't killed it. Like, we still love the idea, we still want to do it, we'd still want to make our own things. Never say never, but we do have another baby due in 2 months' time. So, probably not yet, but maybe in the future, maybe a couple more years. I don't know, maybe if this was, we closed it 2 years, and I can't remember when we closed it. A year ago? No, 3 years ago? Yeah, maybe 10 years. Oh, Hunter's Homes, thank you very much. Yes, yeah, we've not really told anyone on internet, really, but yes, we're expecting our second baby, which is really exciting. So yeah, so things are gonna get crazy. Plastic and Plush says, do you know if it's a boy or a girl? It's a girl, which is really exciting. Yeah, we're very excited. So little Sully's gonna have a little sister, which is sweet. It's gonna be a big brother. So yeah, our life's gonna change again in the next book before the end of the year. So yeah, who knows? Thanks for the kind words, you lovely lot. I will send them on to Jane as well. She'll be thrilled. Yeah, so never say never. Never ever say never. We loved it. We really loved it. We're hugely grateful to the people that did pick up things. I will definitely try and dig out dig out the Strange mugs if I can, because it'd be nice to do a little bit of a flash sale to let the stock go to a nice home, which would be good. But we loved all of the different people whose brands that we stocked as well. Just so nice, doing great things, and some people are still making things, other people are doing other things, and it just kind of goes to show that nothing is forever. And actually, I'm so glad that we did it. I'm so glad that we took the risk, and our kind family and friends funded that first beginning, and we put our heart and soul into it. And it didn't last for too long, but at least it lasted. At least it existed. This is a story that we get to tell. This is a story that we get to show to Sully. We have the cushions downstairs, so we still have these little remnants of it. And actually, Sully knows about Arnie through the products. We told him who that silhouette was because he first said, "That's Peggy," and we explained that this was Arnie, our first dog, and he knows that we had Arnie even though he's never met him, which is amazing considering he's 3.5. So it's even just that, even having these objects to tell a story is really, really nice. And the people who've got the jewelry, I'm fascinated by sort of silver and gold and the materials that Jane uses, because they were mined, they were found, they are sort of products of the earth. And diamonds blow my mind. Did you know that not a single diamond is younger than 3 billion years old? That is insane. That is when they were forged and formed in the earth. So to be using these objects, these things that are found, they weren't created, they were found. That's really special. I think that's really special. So the people that have got the physical products means an awful lot. It means an awful lot to us, and and hopefully it means a lot to the people that have got them as well. For that tiny window of time, Strange existed. Tour de Fraz asks, were there any other contenders for the brand name? Any examples? I can't think of any. No, I think it was one of those ones where nothing was sticking. Nothing was sticking at all. And then I don't even know who said it, maybe Jane first and me, we just, Strange, how about Strange? And it just stuck. And we just went from there, really. Yeah, and I'm really glad. I'm glad that it existed. Matt says, if you've got a cool surname, use it. I know, I don't know why I kind of went for Jam Factory in the start. I don't know why I didn't just start using Strange from the beginning. Too late now, I've got a Jam Factory tattoo on me, so I can't stop it now. But yeah. So that is the story of Strange. Thanks so much everyone for tuning in. As always, it's really, really kind of you to give us your lunch hour. It's always lovely having chats with you in the chat, so thank you for being so vocal. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, normally on lunchtimes, 1 till 2 p.m. They're meant to be these nice escapes from the world, so do come and join. Generally trying to stream on a Wednesday evening as well, as I'm working on stuff. I did one last night called Working and Lurking. If you've not joined the Discord, please do come and join our Discord. It's called The Happy Place. It's meant to be a digital text chat place as another escape from everything, and it's a happy place. It's a positive place where we all just share nice, interesting, cool, creative things as we're working as well. So do come and join us. If you type !Discord in the chat, then you should get the link, or it's on the front of my Twitch profile as well. Have a fantastic rest of the day, everyone. Have an awesome weekend. I hope you're good. Stay safe, stay good. And as always, massively appreciate your time. Have a lovely rest of the week. Bye, everyone. You're all great. Love you. Bye.